This asset was founded in 2016. Since then, they've worked with a number of industry heavyweights like Dell and IBM. Their foundation is a member of such bodies as the European Blockchain Services Infrastructure and the International Alliance for Trusted Blockchain Applications. They just completed development for SHIMMER, which promises to bring added functionality and full decentralization to this network. What network are we talking about? IOTA. In this video, we're going over the latest news, price action, and I'm going to give my long and short-term prediction for where I think IOTA is headed. Is IOTA still a buy in 2023? Well, you're watching DHN. Let's talk crypto. So let's talk about the latest. IOTA just completed an upgrade. It's called Stardust. What Stardust is going to allow for is the IOTA and Shimmer network to be more compatible with other layer 2 blockchains like Polygon, for example. This is also going to bring with it the ability for you to create custom tokens and NFTs on the IOTA network. This is a functionality that isn't new to the space, but to see it coming to IOTA, that's only going to add more fuel to the flame when it comes to what they can do. Now, at the end of May, Dominic Schreiner, co-founder for IOTA, had a virtual meeting with the Minister of Foreign Trade for the United Arab Emirates. Basically, what they were talking about is how they could incorporate IOTA into their broader digital ecosystem. Now, it will require an entire video of its own to tell you just how deep the UAE is when it comes to their digital economy. If the founders of IOTA are sitting down with foreign finance ministers, then you can expect that this is only the beginning for IOTA. Now, another piece of interesting news that I discovered was floating around their Discord. So nothing has been confirmed yet, but the discussion is a top-level European institution is looking at IOTA for a DeFi platform. Now, like I said, nothing has been confirmed, but ever since the MiCA bill was basically given the green light a couple months back, IOTA has been a very interesting prospect, mainly for the fact that for a number of years, IOTA has been the #1 DLT project selected by the European Union. Again, that's why I said they were part of that European blockchain services infrastructure. But with IOTA already participating in government-funded pilot programs for a number of years, now that they have clarity over there, the sky is really the limit at this point. Now, before we get into price action and my prediction for IOTA, let's talk about some of their past accomplishments and a list of partners that you may not know about. Going all the way back to 2018, they started working with Volkswagen. This was for mobility data applications. Simply, the information that these cars need for self-driving, that Volkswagen is looking to do that on the IOTA network. This seemed to have been their focus in the beginning because a few months after that, IOTA joined the Mobility Open Blockchain Initiative. This is an initiative that numerous auto-related and blockchain-related companies are a part of. So we're talking Bosch, BMW, Ford, Hyperledger, IBM, Fetch AI, which is another big partner for IOTA. But basically, IOTA joined this initiative so that way they could do the same thing that they did for Volkswagen for other automobile companies. And if you do the digging, you will learn that yes, several working relationships, especially with Bosch, have come out of this initiative. Now, to finish 2018, they partnered with Fujitsu for supply chain management solutions. A little bit after this is when they got involved with what I can tell you is my favorite application running on IOTA right now. It's their work with Dell, Linux Foundation, and IBM, the Data Confidence Fabric. We'll touch more about that in a second. But after that, Toshiba published an entire research paper expressing their intention to use IOTA's DLT technology for a peer-to-peer renewable energies trading platform. And that's another theme that IOTA has jumped into is the ESG, the environment, sustainable development, things like that. When it comes to flagship partners, to me, their biggest one would have to be the European Commission. This is how they have been able to become a part of the European blockchain services infrastructure, the list of pilot programs that we mentioned earlier that are funded by the European Union. Then we also have the work with Dell. This is what I had hint on a moment ago when I was talking about the data confidence fabric. See, the name of this project is called ALVARIUM. I have several videos on the channel on this subject. What this is essentially is a global network for companies to report their ESG requirements. And if you're not digging into ESG, or you're on the other side of that climate narrative, I'm going to just say this. That's where all the money is headed. All right. The majority is pushing forward and the majority has the money. So that is why we see it so much with these projects. Now, there are two more companies to talk about: TRADEMARK East Africa and DIGIMARC. They both focus on digital trade. XDC holders know how big of a market that is. But for DIGIMARC specifically, they are running applications alongside Walmart, Procter & Gamble, and Unilever. Those are three of the biggest consumer goods brands on this planet. So fundamentally, I think IOTA is doing pretty well. But let's run the numbers. Current market cap sits at 447 million. All-time high was $4.42. This was set back in January of 2018. Weekly charts are showing that IOTA is quite oversold. In the short term, if a reversal occurs, we could reach 25 to 30 cents per IOTA. Now, long term, my prediction, at least $7 to $8 per IOTA by 2025. Here's the biggest reason why. IOTA has a max supply of 2.7 billion roughly. Earlier this year, all of it went into circulation. And the inflation rate on IOTA, 0. That makes it deflationary. So as more applications come online and the token begins to get used, or they expand their wallet network, please expand the wallet network to more people and allow for more access, then we're going to have more token holders on the IOTA network, which is also going to increase the amount of that supply that gets taken off of the market. IOTA is 15, 16 cents as of recording this video. I've seen it get as high as $1.50, $2 just myself. I wasn't here in 2018, but I've seen it hit $2. We're at 15 cents, guys, and I just showed you that it is no longer an inflationary asset. Not financial advice, you know? That's all I'm going to say. Not financial advice. But closing statement here, and this is something that you need to really be aware of if you invest in IOTA or any other IoT related project. The industry is still very early, yet development, constant, steady development is still being made. And with the addition of MiCA going into effect at the end of 2024, the lane is being paved for IOTA in essence. But those are just my thoughts. Do I think IOTA is a buy in 2023 still? Absolutely. I hold the token, but that doesn't mean that any of this content was sponsored in any way, even though that would be dope. I would love to work with a company that big, but that's not what this is. You'll see I got plenty of videos on this channel going all the way back to 2020 talking about IOTA, because I can see it, guys. And to watch everything unfold in these last couple of years, it's pretty freaking cool. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you holding IOTA? What I shared with you today was just what drew my attention when I went back to look at the project. Someone asked a couple days ago about an IOTA video, so I'm like, yeah, I can do an IOTA video. It's nothing. But if you found value, there's a couple things I need you to do for me. Hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss the next episode. And as always, I want you to have a great day. Have a prosperous day. Most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. My name is Wade Teamer, and I'll see you in the next episode.